Hi, welcome to another episode of Grind Time, where we are turning our to-do list into our did list. I'm your host, Evelyn LaChapelle, a serial entrepreneur at this point, and my goal is to help motivate you and encourage you into keep pushing the needle forward. No matter what you got accomplished today, I promise you it is pushing your journey, your mission, your goals forward, and you can really sleep better at night if you hone in on what you got done and ignore, or not ignore, but to put to the side what you didn't get done, because there's really only 24 hours in a day and we can only do so much. And some days it'll feel like we got 1,000 things accomplished, and on other days it might feel like you didn't get shit done. But I promise you, if you go back and look through your day, or if you do like I do and document everything that I did get accomplished, then at the end of the night you'll be able to sit back, read through that list, and feel so much better about the goals that you are attempting to get accomplished this year and in the years to come. So I do this every night by walking with you through my did list, hopefully inserting some things that you can learn from, some things that you can take home. If you ever have questions, please drop them in the comments. If there's anything that I could assist with, anything that I mentioned but didn't elaborate on, please leave it in the comments. Please also subscribe and like to this channel and this podcast. It's how you grow a podcast. So I really need your assistance there. And any other housekeeping? I think that's it. I'm going to jump right into my did list. It's a very short list today, and so this will not be a very long episode. I am still operating in grace, catching up in this new season, and needed to just take some time. I won't say I needed to take some time. My body took some time. So I got some rest. I've slowed down. I've ignored my calendar. I still got some things done and that I can be grateful about, but I moved a little slower in the last day or so. So this will be a brief did list, but yet things did get accomplished. So in the last day of hustling on my grind of creating a profit of $250 a day, that is the grind that I'm on. $250 a day. Say it with me. $250 a day. I don't feel like I'm asking for much. So on my grind to get that done, I woke up. I had to reset my house. I just had to reset my house. And if you reset your house, you're able to like function. You have a clear mind when you're at your desk. You're not thinking about the dishes and everything else that needs to be done. So if you have to take a moment to reset your house, it sometimes feels frustrating because you don't feel like it. You've got other things to do, but it sets the tone for the rest of the week. So I got up, I reset my house. It took some time. Um, then I watched Stay in Your Lane by Sarah Jakes. Go watch it. Lots of good gems that came out of that, but Staying in Your Lane, she started off that sermon with an example of teaching one of her children how to drive. And she noticed that they were swerving a little bit. And so when they were done, she asked them, what are you paying attention to while you're driving? And the child said, I'm watching the cars. I'm paying attention to the other cars. And because you're paying attention to the other cars, your car is kind of drifting. And so the entire hour message was about the importance of staying in your lane, focusing on your lane and the things that are set before you in your path. And so it was a good way to start off the day. So I'm staying in my lane. Hope you stay in yours. I had some mortgage papers to complete. That took like an hour and a half. That's why it's on my list, because it still took out a chunk. And I keep saying that life is still lifing. So add it to your did list. It can't just be business, because then I could have got to the list and been like, oh, I didn't get enough done for my business, but I spent an hour and a half on some mortgage papers. So that's notable. I recorded my weekend grind time drop. I had to record it, edit it, and upload it on the same day because I fell behind. So that was a lot, and that's why you got that episode at like 11 o'clock at night. I listened to Free Game Friday. That's my favorite thing to do on Fridays with David Shands. He sits down with other entrepreneurs and they just spitball the plays that they made to make some money. This last episode was about a young man, former college athlete, this is why it stuck out to me, because we all know college athletes. I have nephews right now who are being groomed to be athletes, and we all know that the odds of being a professional athlete are slim. And so this episode was talking about how this guy created a sports complex. I just thought it was the dopest idea because my daughter was in volleyball last year. So I got to see what this sports complex looked like. And in the one that we were in, it had 2 indoor soccer fields, it had an outdoor soccer field, it had 2 volleyball courts, it had like a little rock climbing section in the back. It had like this, I'm calling it weightlifting. There's another name for it, but like for those serious weightlifters, it had that. I don't know if it had basketball, but the in this episode of Free Game Friday, he broke down how he makes like money off of each of those sections. He broke down the square footage. He broke down how much he had to make a month to be able to afford the building. I think he has to bring in at least $20,000 a month to support all of the operations, the staff, pay himself. And it was just a good episode. And so if you know any, I sent it to everyone that I know that sort of fell into that category of athlete. A lot of former athletes that I know have fallen into coaching, which is great. It's because it's what you love to do. But wouldn't it be so much better if your coaching gig turned into a $1 million idea? So that's why I'm sharing that episode of Free Game Friday on Social Proof with David Shands. I did go through my email, my personal and my work email. And I am not like super focused on the task at hand. When I sit down at the computer, I will start with my personal emails just to usher me into how many hours I'm going to be here. So I did that. I completed a vendor registration. I had a girlfriend who in my email sent me a link to be a vendor at an event. So I completed that. And then I cooked dinner. Didn't want to, but I did. And then I ended the night, and this is where I ended the night because I got so excited. Remember, I mentioned I cleaned off my mirror and I made way for new ideas. So my mirror has been completely empty. I could see myself in it, which you normally can't because that's how much is on the mirror. And yesterday I added a multi-million-dollar idea to the mirror. I can't share the idea with you yet. I did check the trademarks are available. I'm about to figure out how to apply for the trademark. But I am convinced that this is a multi-million-dollar idea that I have sitting on this mirror. And then on the next mirror panel, I wrote, "This is the year of execution." I'm not doing what I've done in the past. In the past, you get an idea and then you get into making that idea pretty. You do a pitch deck, you get logos, you get a design, you really get this idea ready to like you can pitch it to people and get people to buy into it. I don't need that this time. I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna go on Fiverr and get a logo. I'm not gonna hire a designer. I'm going to let this business pay for itself. And so I'm going to, this is the year of execution. I will be executing on some things. So multi-million-dollar idea on one panel, the reminder that this is the year of execution on the other. And then on the last one, I got some customer feedback yesterday from someone who had just placed an order with me. They ordered my indica and sativa candles, and I had changed the packaging on my sativa candle from a rose gold to a white candle vessel. I don't have one on the desk. And my prices went up. Last year, I was selling the candle for $15. This year, the candle was $30. Why? So the customer wanted to know why. And because I'm super transparent and I'm a new entrepreneur, I was super honest. I went back when I revamped the website a couple of weeks ago and paid attention to, I did a cost of goods sold for every product on my catalog in my gift shop. And I was selling some of my items literally at a net loss of 22%. For no reason am I selling it at that. I don't know where I came up with those prices 2 years ago when I created the store, but I was losing out on money. In some cases, I'm giving out 22% of the money. And so the prices on the candles had to go up in order for me to make any money. So I explained that to him, and I explained to him why I changed the color of the vessels, because this client was interested in the rose gold as opposed to the white. I explained that I launched with rose gold products. The problem is getting there's just too many variations of rose gold. And so the candle ended up being more pink than copper. And then I have the grinder and the keychain that are the perfect match. And I had one other rose gold item. Nonetheless, they weren't matching. And so I'm moving to like the black and white scale of the Wee Lady. So the point, the feedback he gave me was it went somewhere, but it was about valuing yourself in this journey. And what I have written on the mirror is calculate your value and then add the taxes and don't collect anything less than that. So calculate your value, add the taxes, and don't accept anything less than that. And that's how I'm walking into this year about myself. I know what I'm worth, and then I'm taxing at least 20%, and then I'm not accepting anything less. And so I was very excited about everything that went on the mirror yesterday. So, a multi-million dollar idea. This is a year of execution, and I'm not accepting anything less than what I am worth. And then just a little bonus on my mirror in the bathroom. It's been there at least for 8 or 9 months. I don't think I'm taking that down. It's chin up, chest out. Chin up, chest out. That's my motto. We're just going to keep pushing forward, chin up, chest out. And that was my grind yesterday. That is everything that I got done. I'm excited to continue to do this. And another reason why I'm here, I thought it would be helpful to, as often as possible, share a reason with the audience as to why I'm even here, besides running through my did list, besides motivating you to get some stuff done and finding grace in everything that you got accomplished. I'm also here by necessity. I believe a lot of entrepreneurs fall into this space out of necessity. I have been employed for most of my life. I lost my employment almost May, July, August, February, January. We only have January. So it's been 8 months. I've been unemployed for 8 months. It's a necessity. And I don't want to go back to work, and I want to maintain my lifestyle, $250 a day. So I am here. I am on this grind. I'm committed to this grind out of necessity. So if you find yourself in a similar position, you will find that you just get up and get it done every day, regardless of if you're tired. There's no sick days. I don't have anybody to call in for PTO, sick time. I don't have no benefit. Like, there's nothing happening for me right now other than what I'm going out and getting for myself daily. And so I am here out of necessity. I hope that helps you, because I know I'm not the only one on this grind out of necessity. Like, we're just out here hanging on. So yeah, that's the episode. That was my grind yesterday. I sometimes forget to do this, but an important part of this exercise is not reading through the list and explaining and regurgitating what I got done. The important part of this exercise is, before you go to sleep, to read through that list quickly and just remind yourself that though it feels like nothing happened, maybe no deposits hit your bank account today. Haven't checked mine, but I don't think any did. So despite no deposits being made into my bank account, I can say I reset my house. I watched a Sarah Jakes sermon. I did my mortgage paperwork. I recorded a weekend grind time. I listened to Free Game Friday. I did I went through 2 email inboxes. I completed a vendor registration. I cooked dinner, and I added a multi-million dollar idea to my mirror. So that sounds pretty good to me. As always, please subscribe and like, and go check me out at calltheweelady.com. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll chat with you tomorrow.